All right, so we're diving deep into the adventures of Ghetto Sam and the glory of my demise.
Ooh, that title.
Right. This book by Kwame Teague has been making waves, and we had to check it out. We've got the book right here, ready to go, and we're on a mission, basically.
Wait on
We
it.
got to figure out what's got everyone so hooked on this story. What's unique about it? What's up with these characters, these themes that are just grabbing people's attention?
Well, let me tell you, the setting itself is a huge part of it. Teague just drops you right into Ghetto Sam's world.
Okay, and where are we talking?
Newark, New Jersey.
Newark. I don't think I've ever read a book set there.
It's not your typical literary backdrop,
Yeah.
right? But it's so crucial to the story. We're talking loyalty, betrayal, survival. Those are the things that matter in this city.
Yeah, it's definitely not all sunshine and rainbows. And the way Teague writes, it's like you're right there with Sam. Remember that early scene where he's looking out at his neighborhood?
Oh, yeah, the one where he's just trying to figure out his future, but everything around him is falling apart.
Exactly. And the descriptions, like the buildings, the whole atmosphere, Teague makes you feel the weight of that environment. And yet, you can sense this spark in Sam, this ambition, this desire for something more. It's kind of like, have you ever felt that? That pull between your dreams and your reality?
All the time. That's the human condition, right? Wanting a better life but feeling stuck. Teague nails that feeling with his language, The way he compares the rundown buildings to broken promises. It's heavy, man. Makes you think about all the systemic issues at play.
Wow, I didn't even catch that connection. That's brilliant. And then, boom, there's that moment when Sam gets betrayed. It's not just a plot twist, it's a total gut punch. Teague really dives into what that kind of betrayal does to a person, especially in an environment like Sam's.
Right, like trust is a luxury out there. Makes you wonder, who can you really rely on? And how do you guard yourself against getting hurt? It makes you think about your own life,
No kidding. It's heavy stuff, but Teague also gives us these glimmers of hope. Like when Sam reconnects with his family, that scene was powerful. You see this whole other side to him, this capacity for love and connection.
I was going to say, Sam's not just some tough guy stereotype. He's complex. He wants more than just the street life. And that family scene, it's like a breath of fresh air in all the darkness, reminds you that even in the toughest places, there's still room for humanity.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk big picture themes here. One that really jumped out at me was ambition and the price you pay for it. Sam's so driven, he wants power, respect, but it costs him. Makes you wonder, what are we willing to sacrifice for our goals?
It's a question we all got to ask ourselves. Teague doesn't sugarcoat it either. He shows the hard choices Sam has to make, the lines he might have to cross. It's a challenge to the reader, like what would you do in his shoes?
Definitely makes you think. And obviously, we can't forget about trust, or the lack of it, which is so central to this whole story. It's like a constant threat in Sam's world, Makes you think about how we navigate trust in our own lives.
And the tension between survival and morality, that's huge. Sam's world is one where you gotta do what you gotta do to stay alive, even if it means bending the rules. That's a real dilemma, right? When do your morals take a back seat to staying safe?
Ugh, yeah, that's a tough one. And there's another layer here, too. Teague doesn't hit you over the head with it, but it's there. The whole issue of systemic oppression, the lack of opportunity, the poverty, the violence. It's all connected to bigger forces that keep people trapped.
Exactly. It's like Teague is saying, look, these individual choices, they're happening within a system that's rigged against certain people. Makes you think about what we can do to change that, to break the cycle.
That's the deeper message here, right? So stepping back, The Adventures of Ghetto Sam, it's not just some crime thriller. It's a story about resilience, about the human spirit finding a way to survive against all odds.
It's about hope, even in the darkest places. Sam's story reminds us that we all have the strength to keep going, to find connections, to search for something better, even when it feels impossible.
Seriously powerful stuff. If you're listening, do yourself a favor and check out The Adventures of Ghetto Sam and the Glory of My Demise. Trust me, it's a book that will stay with you. And while you're reading, pay attention to Sam's relationship with his younger brother. I think there's a lot to unpack there about loyalty, responsibility, and the possibility of redemption. It's a whole other layer to this incredible story.